Why, hello everybody. How are we doing on this gorgeous... I'm always lost on the days, to be honest with you. I don't even know what today is. But anyways, we got this really tiny gold ring with us today, and we're going to be testing this thing out on 3 different machines. We got the old Simplex with us, we got the Vanquish, and we got the Equinox 600. We got the little 6-inch coil on the Equinox, we got the stock coil on the Vanquish, and then we have the SP24 coil on the Simplex. This one, we're just kind of messing around a little bit. I already did test this ring. I actually just found this ring, what was it, either yesterday or the day before with the Vanquish out in the tot lot. So if you guys didn't catch that video, I got this thing, I live dug this on that episode. So be sure to go check that one out if you haven't, if you're interested. So today basically we're just going to be kind of getting some tones and some VDI readings on this little thing, because let me tell you, this thing is absolutely tiny, and I can almost guarantee this thing's going to sound like a piece of foil or scrap on the old Simplex. So let's see what we're working with here. This one's just going to be kind of a little bit of a chill, relaxed episode. I have my phone mounted on my GoPro chest mount, so we're going to be just pretty much throwing this guy down. We might vary it an inch or two, but we really just kind of want to give you a VDI reading of it, just so you can get familiar. And, you know, if you're skipping over these numbers or these tones, maybe reconsider it. You know, it's worth at least checking it out, right? So let's see, how should we do this? Should we just swing over it first and see what it reads? I'd say that's always a pretty good start. So that's exactly what it was reading up there. Oh, this video ain't going so well, huh? This is about as real as it gets. That's what it was reading up when it was in the ground too at the tot lot. Maybe a little bit more bouncy than that, but it's got a really good tone there on top of the ground. Let's check out the Simplex. We're gonna make this one relatively quick, but we might bury it a couple inches deep just to see how deep these machines can actually hit on something this small too. But it's actually got a real little tiny diamond chip in there. I tested the diamond and that thing turned out to be real too, so that's pretty cool, man. Sure, it's not, you know, worth a lot value wise, but to me that's not really what it's about. I'm just, gold is gold, right? I personally, you know, like I said, it's not really about the value to me. It's just about finding those cool and unique things and recovering something that was lost, you know? Like, I wonder how long that ring has been sitting in that ground for. So also what I wanted to do here with the Simplex is I have a couple pieces of foil, and I know once we get into metal detecting, I'm still pretty much a beginner. I've been metal detecting a little bit over a year now, but I know a lot of the times it comes down to tones also. So we're gonna see if this ring produces, you know, a better sounding tone than a lot of these little pieces of scrap foil and, you know, the things that you don't really want to dig, but I think, you know, we kind of have to dig. So let me put this away for a quick second. Let me get a reading on the ring first. We're going to try it in a couple different modes on the Simplex, because that's a little bit of an advantage that I like about the Simplex personally. You can get a couple different sets of tones depending on the mode that you're running. So say, you know, we go over to field mode, check these tones out. Swing over it. What do you think it's going to read on the Simplex? I'm going to guess, I have not swung over it, it's got to be low 20s. Like, it's got to be, right? Maybe 21, 22. Let's check it out. It's actually bouncing 18, 21 though. It's landing pretty solid on 21. Can you even see the screen there, everybody? I want you to be able to at least see it. There it is. So let's listen to that tone. Definitely giving me a squeaker there in field mode. Let's go over to park mode. I'm sure it'll be solid. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid as ever, huh? Now let me throw a couple of these pieces of aluminum foil down and see if we can get a different tone. I'm going to put them pretty much just all around this thing. Because numbers, as we know, gold can read like... Gold isn't always going to be a 21, so don't go out there only digging the 21s. You got to dig pretty much all those low numbers and even the high ones too, right? Because gold isn't always a low tone and silver isn't always a high tone. You just never know what this stuff's going to read up as, but we can at least maybe get a little bit better with the tones. If we can try to distinguish out some of this stuff, this is basically what it is out when you're at a park. There's going to be foil shrapnel absolutely everywhere, and in between that stuff, we can almost guarantee there's going to be some kind of jewelry. Maybe not gold, but... So we got like 5 or 6 pieces of foil on the ground. Let's check this stuff out real quick, shall we? We're going in. Let's go back to field mode real quick. Now let's swing over some foil, see what the foil sounds like. So there's a piece of foil. It's reading an 18. That foil is giving me a nice high squeaker though. 21 on that foil right there. Now here's the ring again. There's the ring, gold ring, foil. The foil's even giving me a slightly higher tone, I think, there. But that's because I'm in field mode. Let's try park mode. That foil's giving me an absolutely solid tone. Right? Banger, right? Now, how about the gold ring? 2021. Sounds exactly the same. I'm telling you, maybe even a little bit worse than the foil. So, alright, what about this other stuff? Here's the gold coin foil. That one sounds pretty good too, man. Basically, if you're swinging through here, none of this sounds good, right? It all sounds basically exactly the same. So I know, you know, a lot of the times when you do get a little bit more advanced, definitely the tones, you don't want to be digging all those scratchy and like breakable tones, because I think a lot of those are going to be like iron, but just keep it in mind, you know, keep that in mind, that never think just because it's reading up a 21 or a 20 down here that it's going to be foil. You always have to keep an open mind when you're metal detecting, because I mean, this is a perfect example, in my opinion, on why, you know, you just got to dig everything. So that foil is sounding good. High squeaker 20. Like I said, the ring even gives you a little bit of a lower tone. But when you're in park mode, you can't tell a difference. It all sounds the same. That's the reality of it, I'm telling you. And, you know, when you get down to those scratchy tones, the gold chains, that's on the top of my, like, modern park or modern ground bucket list. I want to find me a nice gold chain, and those gold chains, man, you cannot be hunting only for tones when you're looking for the gold chains, because personally, I've never found one, but just from the stuff I've seen, and I've actually tested one before, those babies sound horrible. They sound worse than the foil a lot of the time. So, alright, we spent a good little chunk of time on the Simplex, and the thing about the Vanquish too is there's really no... Let's check out the VDI differences here. But with the Vanquish, there's not really much tone variation in the Vanquish. I think you get more tonal differences with the Simplex. Personally, could be wrong, but... So we're in jewelry mode. That foil's just bouncy as ever. Foil sounds pretty good. I don't know if you guys can even see the screen. I can't even see my phone. I should have used the GoPro today. We're just messing around with this one. This one ain't nothing serious. So a 7 on that golden coin foil. Sounds solid. It's not scratchy or anything. And then how about that gold ring? It's almost even a little bit more bouncy. It was sounding like that in the ground too, and I think that's because, you know, a lot of your rings, if they're perfect circles, Like if it didn't have this weird shape in the front, it would probably ring a little bit more solid, but it's got that like odd shape, you know? So I wouldn't really expect that to ring solid. Is that a quarter? Don't tell me that's a quarter right there. Am I tripping? Thought I just had a quarter signal over here. No, it's probably falsing on the wire. But all right, so yeah, let's try the Equinox real quick. I think the Equinox, let's check out the tonal differences with the Equinox in 50 tone mode. I think that'll be our best chance to maybe distinguish the foil compared to the gold ring, but I don't know. Let's test it and see, huh? Should we keep it in a single frequency? I've also been messing around with single frequencies. Maybe we'll go multi-frequency. I think that's what most of us hunt in. And then personally, a lot of the time I hunt at the park. I'll go to park 1 or park 2. So let's go back to multi-frequency here. I'm in park 1 mode right now. Let's see. Let's go to 50 tone mode. And let's turn our recovery speed up to max. The 603 is max. So let's check out these tones on this foil. This is in 50 tone mode too. So it's a 1. Let me turn the volume down ever so slightly. Here's some more foil over here. It sounds good to me though. Like if I was blindfolded right now, I'd think that that sounded good. This little piece of foil is a little bit more of a iffy one, right? So where's that gold ring at now? Let's check out this gold ring, see what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds pretty good, but let's test the foil. I don't know. Personally, it's really hard for me to tell a difference. Sorry guys if you can't really see. Like I said, I'm kind of just messing around. Nothing really serious here, but you know, I'm trying to learn my machines a little bit better too. And yeah, if I can know for sure if I swing over a piece of foil that it's foil, I probably wouldn't dig it. But the reason I'm still digging foil today is because this test isn't a a sure sign, but I think a lot of that foil, man, I'm telling you, it's just hard to even tell by tone if it's foil or if it's gold. So, I don't know. Like I said, this one I was just kind of messing around. This was my most recent little gold find, and when I find gold, I always like to test it on my other machines, you know, just to get an idea. I don't know. I basically am at the point where I'm pretty sure of like these small gold rings. I knew for sure on the Simplex it was going to be reading low 20s because I found a couple other small gold rings and those ones also were low 20s. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little short test. If you did, hey, consider giving it a thumbs up just so I know that you liked it. And if you don't want to see more stuff like this, then give it a thumbs down so I know that you didn't like it. So I appreciate you guys a whole bunch. I'll try to put in a clip somewhere of me testing this thing. I tested it with the diamond tester and 10K acid, and it held 10K acid. So appreciate you guys tuning in with me. If you want me to test some more stuff like this, like some comparisons, maybe like some see what like a gold chain. I only have one thin gold chain and I didn't even find it. My girlfriend found it on the surface. So that goes to show too, you don't even need a metal detector to find treasure. You just got to be out there and you got to be looking. So appreciate you guys a whole bunch, and I hope to see you real soon. So get out there and get digging after you watch this one, man, if you made it to the end. And hey, if you made it to the end, leave me a comment down below so I know that you did. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon.